Hey guys, if you're looking to stretch your grocery budget or reduce your overall grocery bill, well, one way to do that is to use more economical cuts of meat. So if you're looking to have red meat for dinner, then one way to do that is to buy chuck steak, which is a cheaper cut of meat, but it has plenty of flavor. It's just very lean, and can be a little more tough because it comes from the shoulder of the cow. But if you incorporate it with other ingredients and you cook it a certain way, then it can be just as delicious as any other piece of meat. So right here in this bowl, I have two chuck steaks that were under $10 for this whole bowl of meat. Was $9 and change. And this is going to feed a family of four for dinner. How? Well, what I'm doing right now is I am dicing up the meat into bite-sized pieces, and I am going to incorporate this with veggies, and we're going to have it over brown rice. And it's going to be a healthy, delicious, economical meal for a family of four. So I'm just about done dicing up this meat, and one of my kids will not eat vegetables. He'll eat all the fruit in the world, but he won't eat vegetables. So this is all of the meat right there, two chuck steaks. I'm going to take half of that, put it in a separate bowl. And now I'm going to marinate this for him. I'm going to put some olive oil. I'm going to put some salt. I'm going to put some garlic powder. He loves a lot of garlic powder on his meat. So about a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm going to do some fresh cracked black pepper. And he asked that I also put some of this roasted garlic and herb seasoning. So I'm going to add some of that in here. And that's it. I'm going to give this all a really nice mix, get everything marinated, and then I'm going to cover this in plastic wrap. It is 6:30 in the morning, by the way. So this is going to sit covered in the fridge all day, marinating. It's going to have amazing flavor. And then I'm just going to saute it for him in a pan with a little olive oil and make him a nice sandwich on a nice roll. And he'll have some fruit on the side for dinner. So that's for him. Okay, so now left in this bowl is one chuck steak. So this is $5 worth of meat. And I just put some olive oil. I put some sea salt. I'm putting some garlic powder. I'm putting some of that garlic and herb roasted seasoning. I'm putting some parsley. Unfortunately, I don't have fresh parsley right now, so I'm using dried. It'll be fine. And I'm going to give this a nice mix. Now, how am I going to turn that $5 bowl of red meat into a healthy, flavorful, delicious, economical meal, filling and satisfying for three people? Well, I'm going to do that using vegetables. And one of those vegetables that's going to add a lot of moisture to the dish, that's very economical, but delicious, is zucchini. Zucchini is one of those vegetables that growing up we never ate in our house. I don't know why. But I have grown to absolutely love zucchini. I always have it in my fridge. And you can do so many things with it. You can grill it, you can roast it, you can stew it, you can fry it, you can, make noodles out of it. You could do so many things with zucchini, and it's just a really good, versatile vegetable to have in your fridge. I always have zucchini in my fridge, even if I don't have a meal that I'm planning on using it, because I can grate it and put it in my scrambled eggs just to get some more veggies in, and I've done that many times. So what I'm doing tonight, I am dicing up the zucchini because I want it to be just about the same size as the meat. I want everything to be uniform. And this zucchini is going to add tons of moisture to that meat, to the dish that I'm making. It's going to bulk it up. It's going to stretch the value of that meat. And it's just a really, really great vegetable. Okay, now I have about 8 cloves of whole garlic. And I'm going to mince this. So I'm just crushing it with my knife to break it open. And then I'm just going to start mincing it. And this is going to give a ton of flavor to your meat also. And fresh garlic is so good for you. So garlic is something that I'm very liberal with. I use a lot of it. And it adds a lot of flavor to any dish that you're making. And last, but never ever least, is the mighty onion. Onion is another super cheap way of adding a ton of flavor to your dishes. And I'm just going to take the onion and I'm going to dice it up just the same way that I did the meat and the zucchini. You want a nice even dice. I have my cast iron skillet. I put about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and I am going to first add the onions, and I'm going to let those saute for a few minutes. Then I have this all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to put some of that right over the onions. Let those sit for a minute or two. Then I'm going to take very little, but I'm going to add some smoked paprika. That is going to give this dish a nice depth of flavor. If you don't have smoked paprika, you can use any kind you want. Give that a stir. Now I'm going to add the zucchini. I am adding a little bit of saffron. That's going to give it a nice color, some additional flavor, give everything a nice mix. Get the zucchini, the onion all mixed together. Okay, and that's it. Now you're going to let this sit and hang out a little bit. After about 5 or 6 minutes, just add the minced garlic, just sprinkle it all around. If you add the garlic too early, then it might get burned to the bottom of the pan. So after 5 or 6 minutes, to let the zucchini soften, I add the garlic, I let it sit for another few minutes, and then I give everything a stir. Now, while that continues to cook, the zucchini gets soft, I am going to serve this over brown rice. And rice is the easiest thing to cook. You don't need a rice cooker. You don't need all these gadgets. And for brown rice, you just need it to cook a little bit longer. So I am doing 2 cups of brown rice, which means I need 4 cups of water. And you just have to let it cook for 45 minutes. That's it. So easy to make. I rinsed my rice. I'm going to set it aside. And I am giving my zucchini another stir. And now I want to get a fork. And I want to test it to see if the zucchini is soft enough. When the zucchini is just about done, what you want to do is push everything to the side, get any little bits scraped up, because now I'm going to throw the meat right in the pan. I'm not going to dirty another pan. I'm spritzing a little bit of olive oil just so the meat doesn't stick. And just move it around with your tongers because you want it to cook on all sides, but you don't want it to be well done. So just move it around until it's brown on all sides. This is going to be super quick. Couple minutes and you're done. Okay, and that's it. Now you're going to mix the meat with the zucchini and the onion and all that delicious flavor that's in there. Get everything well incorporated, and you will be ready to eat as long as your brown rice is done. The rice takes about 45 minutes, so you can put that on even before you start cooking the meat so that that can be working while you're working. Okay, last step, always give it a taste. Make sure it has enough seasoning for you. It's perfect, ready to serve. Okay, let's check the brown rice. Perfectly cooked, fluffy brown rice. 1 part brown rice, 2 parts water, 45 minutes, done. Couldn't be simpler. Okay guys, so let's plate up this delicious, healthy dinner. So we are gonna serve this with about 1 cup of brown rice. And now you're gonna take a nice, healthy, heaping serving of that super flavorful chuck steak veggie mixture right over the rice. And that is it, dinner served. And I am serving this with a side salad just to get extra veggies, extra green, but look at that. And that right there, guys, is a budget-friendly, healthy, delicious meal. $5 worth of meat, feeding a family of 3. And you serve this with a nice, refreshing, crisp side salad with some apple cider vinegar and olive oil, and you have yourself a really nice dinner. Thanks for watching. Hope you give this a try. Bye.